Hello, Tribal. Everywhere in the world, people want to and need to be free, feel free. There is so many talks about freedom from guilt, from fear, from extra kilograms, from slavery, harassment, invasion, and so on. There's many topics about freedom. There is so many movements and actions about freeing someone or something. It is a natural human desire to be free, to feel free. But I want to actually talk about a different kind of freedom. The freedom from being too much attached to material things, to possessing as much as possible, to gathering, accumulating, and stashing everything you can. For sure, you have heard, or maybe you even know people who cannot throw anything out, no matter how broken or useless the thing is. You too might have that kind of urge to do this, to just have things, to keep them, just to own something. No matter if you actually need it or if you actually will use it, you just have it, and that makes you feel in some way better, maybe safer. So is it really? Let's look at something around you. You might have shelves full of books. How many of them you actually read? To how many of them you will come back in future? Truly, how many? Not like, oh, this was a fine book, a great book. I will keep it as maybe at some point later I will read it again. I'm not talking about something like that. I'm talking about, yes, that's a great book. I will read it next week again, or next month again. Be honest, how many times you actually did that? Look into your wardrobe. How many of your clothes is there that you might actually not fit in anymore? How many of your shirts, shoes, jeans, whatever, you actually just bought because they were looking nice and yet you never actually wear them? I know that subconsciously you, as many other people, feel safer having a lot of things. In your mind, you are prepared for any situation that might happen. So you stash everything, or most of the things, creating clusters of things in your house, garage, shed, and at the same time in your life. How good is that? What do you think? Will you really use those extra things? What's the possibility of using them? How many of them you really need? How many times you never use a thing? You just keep it until it gets rotten, destroyed by time. Look at this from another point. Books like to be read, clothes like to be worn, things like to be used. So maybe it's time to declutter your life, your bookshelves, wardrobes, sheds, garage, and so on. I know it might be hard to release some things, especially if you are a sentimental person. I fully understand that. To be easier for you to do this, You might want to do that slowly, step by step. Let's say you might want to look at 2 bookshelves today and with whole honesty decide which of the books you will really read again and which you just hold because maybe in some not specified future you might come back to them, or they just look nice on the shelf. Same, you might open your wardrobe and decide to give away just 5 of your clothes. Think that you are giving them freedom, a new life, that they will be more useful for someone else. You might do this again in, let's say, 2 weeks' time or a month. Give yourself space and freedom from attachment, from stashing unnecessary things, to new things, better things to come. Blessings upon you, my friend.